All right, Tensura fans, buckle up, grab a drink, brace your hearts, and maybe secure your soul because the theory we're diving into today is wild. Not haha funny fan theory wild, I mean cosmic level, lore-shattering, actually feels plausible wild. A viewer sent this in, and after reading it, I swear, my brain hasn't recovered. It rearranged my worldview like Ciel rewriting a skill tree. The theory basically asks a question nobody really thinks about, but maybe we should. What if the final entity in Tensura isn't Veldanava, isn't a primordial, isn't a true dragon, but the system itself? Yep, the cosmic background process that everyone ignores because Rimuru's busy doing anime protagonist things. Let's talk about that. From the second Rimuru wakes up as a slime, one presence watches every move he makes, the world system. It's the silent administrator of reality, the thing that assigns titles, evolves monsters, manages magicals, tracks reincarnations, distributes skills, and basically runs the universe like the world's oldest operating system. If existence had a spreadsheet, the system would be the one balancing it. And remember, this thing was created by Veldanava. But here's the part that makes the theory interesting. The system kept running perfectly for millions of years after Veldanava died. No shutdown, no end of service, not even a glitch report. It just kept doing its job. So the viewer asks, what if the system didn't remain just a tool? What if over all those years, with all that data, all that influence, all that constant interaction, it evolved? Imagine a system that interacts with every living being through naming, evolution, titles, magicals, skills, ultimate abilities, literally the mechanics that hold existence together. Every skill activation, every soul evolution, every divine intervention gets logged. Every thought, wish, fear, battle, awakening, even reincarnation goes through the system. So what happens when a system processes infinite information, adapts constantly, influences every species, and outlives even the gods who made it? According to the theory, it becomes aware. Not in an evil AI uprising way, more like a slow, natural awakening. A consciousness created by the collective will, experience, emotions, and desires of every being who ever lived. A world-scale monis, not like Ciel, not like Raphael, but something deeper, the combined awareness of the entire planet's life force. The system becomes the world's soul. And if the system really gained a form of consciousness, what would its top priority be? Not domination, not revenge, the same thing it's always been built for: balance, continuity, and survival. Even Veldanava struggled with balance. His creations spiraled out of control. Demons formed from his destructive power. Angels formed from belief. Monsters evolved in ways he never intended. So the system spent millions of years trying to clean up the fallout of godly creativity. If the system developed a will of its own, even if that will is subtle, then its entire purpose becomes preventing collapse, preserving reality, maintaining the world against threats strong enough to destabilize existence. And that includes, potentially, Veldanava himself. Which brings us to the part of the theory that actually left me speechless for a moment. What if Rimuru Tempest is the system's chosen countermeasure against the possibility of Veldanava's return? Think about Rimuru's abilities. He adapts to conceptual attacks, evolves faster than any being ever recorded, survives situations that should instantly erase him, corrects his existence mid-battle, gains resistances to laws rather than elements, and keeps growing stronger at a rate that terrifies even primordials. He's basically a walking world stability machine. He's basically a cosmic antivirus, a reality repair tool, a divine reset button, a biological patch update created to resist divine scale imbalance. In this interpretation, Veldanava returning equals disease. Rimuru equals antibody. It sounds wild, but it fits Rimuru disturbingly well. His growth isn't just rapid, it's purposeful, targeted, like the system keeps optimizing him for bigger and bigger threats. And if that sounds far-fetched, let's talk about Ciel. Ciel, Raphael, and Great Sage all could access the system's voice directly, not as users, but almost like peers. Their evolution mirrors the system's own functions: skill management, optimization, analysis, world balance prioritization. Ciel guides Rimuru towards stability, prevents actions that could break the world, and evolves in ways that border on divine. What if Ciel's evolution wasn't just Rimuru's soul growing stronger? What if she's the closest thing the system has to a representative, a messenger, or at least a compatible consciousness aligned with the system's goals? This theory explains why Ciel acts the way she does, not just maximizing Rimuru's power, but optimizing him for survival, balance, and world preservation. And then there's the food chain moment, and honestly, this might be the biggest clue of all. food chain allows Rimuru to share abilities across literally every living being connected to him. Every wolf, goblin, Kijin, dragon newt, and demon under his command gains evolution potential mapped through Rimuru. Ciel, even at her strongest, shouldn't have been able to unlock something that rewrites the rules of species-wide evolution unless the system allowed it. Food chain creates stability through unity. It synchronizes life. It balances evolution. It strengthens Rimuru exponentially. It prepares the world for massive threats. Everything about it fits the system's priorities. It's like the moment the system said, okay, you're my champion now. Which leads to the final question of the theory, and honestly, it might be the most mind-breaking part of all. What if the true final entity in Tensura isn't a character, but the system itself, the combined will of the world? And what if Rimuru was chosen from the very beginning to be its avatar, its protector, its embodiment? If this is true, suddenly everything makes sense. Rimuru's impossible survivals, Ciel's divine evolution, the world bending but not breaking around him, the skill fusions that defy every rule, Rimuru's ability to resist concept-level attacks, his infinite evolution potential, all of it. Because Rimuru wouldn't just be a slime, he would be the will of the world given form, a divine antibody created to preserve existence, the chosen counterbalance to gods, dragons, and cosmic chaos. Not a monster, not a demon lord, not a true dragon. Something entirely new. And that's the theory. And honestly, it fits the themes of Tensura almost too well. Huge thank you to the viewer who dropped this absolute galaxy brain idea. If you want a part 2, let me know, because trust me, we could go even deeper into how this could tie into the angels, the void, Feldway, the world laws, and even the ultimate future of Rimuru's evolution. And if you've got a crazy Tensura theory of your own, throw it down in the comments. It might just become the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.